Tinder and online dating has always been something that I've been really skeptical about. I've always thought of it as something that only losers and social incels use, and just never really something I've considered to use, and I never really wanted to use it. I always thought that meeting people in real life and having these sort of social interactions is a lot better, and it also increases social skills, which I still believe after using Tinder Gold for 1 week. But let's kind of explain why I got Tinder for 1 week, because it was my 18th birthday and it was like a pool party and we're all swimming and all that. And so now we're back inside of my house and we're all like kind of just chilling. And one of my friends is like, "Guys, Gavin should get Tinder Gold." I'm like, or no, not Tinder Gold, just Tinder in general. And so I was like, okay, whatever. I'll just download it for 30 minutes and just delete it again and never touch it again. So I download the app and, just make my profile, just kind of brush it. It's kind of a terrible profile. And start just swiping right on everyone just to see what happens. That's just what I did. I just swiped right on everyone. I didn't really consider what they looked like or not, anything like that. So I just kind of kept on swiping right, seeing what happened. And eventually I got to a point where I couldn't swipe anymore. And I need to buy Tinder Gold for 1 week to be able to have these unlimited swipes. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm done with Tinder now. I can't swipe anymore, and I'm not paying for this app. And one of my other friends was like, okay, I'll pay for you. I was like, oh no, you don't really have to. But he was really insisting on it because he didn't get me anything else for my birthday. He came in empty-handed. So I was like, all right, you know what? I guess if you want to do it, then download it, then buy it for me. And sure enough, he bought me Tinder Gold for 1 week. So I was like, okay, well, now I can't really just delete it because it is a gift from my friend, might as well use it. And so now I was stuck with Tinder Gold for 1 week. And I learned a lot from it. I learned a lot from Tinder Gold, using Tinder, online dating in general. I learned a lot, and in this video I'm going to explain some of the things I learned and some of the things you should watch out for when you're considering doing online dating and if you should do it or not. Alright, so the first thing I kind of noticed about this app is that it is addicting. I don't know what's going on with that, what kind of colors, and I don't even know what they do, but I found myself addicted to that app. I think it's also because I had notifications on, and that was the only app that I used notifications for, because I turn off notifications for all of my other things to make it less addicting. But I didn't do that, and that got me hooked on this app. It's sad to say, I was kind of really into this thing. I was invested fully into this thing. I was trying to optimize my profile and everything, just because it just felt so addicting with all the colors, the notifications, the hit of dopamine you get when you get that match. It's oh, gotta see what they said. And you got a message, you're like, oh, gotta see what they said. Oh, gotta see what happens. It's addicting. And I also feel it was the least productive week I've had in a long time, having that Tinder Gold, because I was honestly just so addicted to it and just addicted to the notifications and all that. I turned off my notifications for that app a few days in, but I still felt like it was super addicting even without those notifications. So I think it's more addictive than Instagram, in my opinion. It just hooks you, especially if you get a lot of notifications. If you get a lot of matches, it can be an addicting app, and it can seriously make you not productive at all. It can seriously just zap all productivity and productiveness you have and just waste your entire day just being on Tinder and all that. So that's the one big thing I learned from Tinder, is that it is super addicting. And the second thing I learned is that, well, you probably already inferred this from the first thing that I said was super addicting, but I was getting a lot of results. I was actually getting a lot of matches and people were swiping right and all that. I know I kind of sound like I'm bragging, but I actually did get some pretty good results. I had a lot of people swiping right, trying to message me and all that. So I feel that also kind of fueled that sort of addictiveness I had to it, because it kind of fueled my ego. It was oh yeah, you're a good looking dude. a lot of people are matching with you. Let's just keep on swiping and see who else matches with you. I also feel like that's probably one of the biggest reasons why I felt so addicted to the app. So that's, like, if you get good results, you're gonna be on that app more. But like, if you don't really get that good results of being on Tinder, then you're probably not gonna be as addicted to it than like as I was back when I still use it. The third thing that Tinder helped me do is it actually got me better at texting. I've always had kind of like bad like texting. I've never really been good at it. Never really been good at doing like any of the texting, flirting, whatever. Because I was always better at just talking to people in real life than just sending a text message. You know, I always thought it was like fake and shallow texting. And I'd rather just talk to you in person, you know? But using Tinder kind of helped me get better at texting, get better at, you know, who's interested and who's not interested, and who's just swiping right just for the little dopamine, and who's actually interested. It actually helped me get a lot better at texting. So if you're actually struggling with texting and like your texting game is not that good, I would actually recommend trying Tinder for maybe like 1 or 2 days. Like, don't get the Tinder Gold just to improve the texting, but like it's actually a good way to help improve your texting game. The fourth thing that I learned on Tinder is that, like, if you don't take care of yourself, if you don't looks max, even though I don't really like using that word anymore, like if you don't really focus on your looks and try and get as good looking as possible, you're not gonna do good on this app. Because when you see a Tinder profile, you can have the greatest bio in like the entire world, but as soon as they see that you're ugly, they're not gonna want to swipe right on you. You're gonna have to be good looking. Like, if you're good looking and don't have a good like a bio like I didn't really care about my bio, you're still gonna get good results compared to if you're a really not that good looking guy but have an amazing bio. Like, that's still not gonna help you get more matches. So like, if you are kind of skeptical about using Tinder, like if you're not a definitive good looking guy, like if you look in the mirror, it's like, I'm not good looking, like, then honestly I would not recommend using this app. I would take 2 or 3 months and just focus on pure looks maxing and stuff like that if you even want to consider getting onto this app, because online dating is a rough scene, you know? Like, the top 5% of guys see results and match with all the really good looking people, but the other 95% of people just get matched with all the ugly people. Because, no offense, but there's some not too good looking people on this app that I've seen, what I've been swiping through. But definitely, if like you consider yourself like a good looking guy, like a definitive good looking guy, like, yeah, most people think I'm good looking, then consider trying Tinder if you want. But like, if you're not really that good looking, like if you're overweight, you have tons and tons of acne, if you have really greasy, mad, messy hair, then I wouldn't really recommend using Tinder. But if you are good looking, then might as well give it a shot, because like I got insane results, and I'm not the best looking guy in the world, but like, you could be an absolute model material. If you are that, then definitely try Tinder. Then you're gonna get some pretty crazy results, I can assume. So should you try Tinder? Well, I'm kind of mixed on this, because honestly I kind of felt like a social incel when I was using this app. Like, I didn't socialize as much when I used this app. I didn't really like talk a lot. I was kind of more quiet when I was using this app, because it was like, well, I could just match with people online. I don't really need to go up and talk to people. And so that's what I felt like when I was using the app. Like, it didn't make me as social, probably because I was so addicted to that app. Like, the more you're addicted to something, like, the less and less you feel more of a need to socialize. And that's kind of for everything, including like video games and stuff like that. But if you like aren't easily addicted to many things, like you're not addicted to Instagram or anything like that, then sure, you can try it. But honestly, don't use Tinder if you can't go up and approach people in real life. Like, if you can't cold approach a girl in real life right now, then don't even consider using Tinder. You need to first focus on being able to cold approach and being able to talk to other people, talk to girls confidently in real life before you even think about getting Tinder. Because I've been focusing on being able to cold approach girls and talk to girls confidently and talk to other people confidently. So I feel like using this app, like, it wasn't that but much of a hindrance for my social skills, even though it kind of did feel like it. I kind of felt like I wasn't really as social as I would be without the app. But if you're able to like cold approach and meet new people in real life, then sure, I would recommend giving this a try. But if not, like if you're still struggling to talk to girls, if you're still like your legs are shaking when you cold approach, like how I was a few months ago, then honestly I wouldn't really recommend Tinder because it's like you're not gonna get the lessons you get than what you get from like cold approaching in real life. Like you get a lot more experience in life cold approaching and meeting people in real life compared to these dating apps. So first work on your social skills in real life, and then you can consider trying out Tinder Gold for 1 week. But honestly, Tinder Gold is really expensive. It's like $20 for 1 week. It's kind of absurd. And the most premium Tinder, like I think it's called Tinder Platinum, I think, which is like 30 to $40 a week, which is just absurd. So like, I would only recommend trying it for 1 week, but make sure you still work on your social skills while still using this app, and still talk to people in real life while you still use this app, because yeah, it's like dating on easy mode. I've just secured 2 dates already. I have one coming up on Monday and the other one next week, I think. So honestly, like, it's dating on easy mode. Like, I didn't have to cold approach these people. I didn't have to like go through that like nervousness of having to go up to people. It was just like oh, swipe right. Oh, she swiped right. You want to go out? Sure. Okay. Boom. Done. It's like dating on easy mode. But like, if you can't approach and if you're not comfortable around other people and like girls in general, then don't use this app. But that's just kind of what I've learned. And that's basically the five lessons I learned from using Tinder Gold for 1 week. And if you want to get that confidence to be able to approach people in real life and not be nervous around girls or any other guys, basically, then in the description is going to be a link to my confidence course. I teach people how to be more confident in themselves, because back like 2 years ago, I was not confident in myself at all. I was super nervous around guys and girls. I couldn't really start a conversation. I was just basically a social incel. But over the past few years, I've been learning a lot about being more confident in myself, and I'm pretty confident that you can find something pretty useful in my confidence course that I made, because it's basically lessons that I use to be able to go from like basically a social incel to someone who's not really afraid to talk to other people. So if you're interested in that, it's the link in the description. If not, have a good day. See you around.